60-degree. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! He is on fire, is Chao.
Played perfectly. Still has a problem, though. As you can see, he's straight on the 3. He may be able to bank the 3. It's a little hard for us to tell. We'll know in a moment. Or he could be playing safe. If he plays safe, he'll come off the 3. Yeah, it looks like he's playing safe. Come off the edge of the 3, send the cue ball down behind all these balls.
This looks about as mean as it gets. Snooker.
Looks like Corey can see just a hair of the edge of the 3 ball. What he can do with that, I don't know. Not much.
I'd rather see a rabbit than a hare, and this is a whisker touch. He could leave the balls very open after this shot. He's 9-5 down, so the hare will look the thickness of a fly's eyelash.
What he's looking at is kicking off the end rail into the 3. He wants to know, where's this 3 ball going to go and where's the 9's going to go. I'll tell you what he's looking at, playing the kick combination. Try to make the 9 down in the end where the cue ball is. It could be done.
Well, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and they all stumbled down. The crowd will go mad if he can manage what you've just said.
The 9's going towards the side. It's going in!
Ball of the walls! Oh, what a shot!
Corey got lucky! Well, a 9 ball, you're allowed to get lucky. Just like in snooker, you can fluke one in, and he fluked in the 9. Pulls within 3 games, 9-6. He's within reach now.
9 racks to 6.
He needs to come up with a good break shot. He hasn't been able to do that.
But in his armory, as our match against Earl Strickland a few months ago, he is a very quick lad at adapting the break to what the conditions are.
That was a cut break. He took something off. It
like
worked.
I said, that's the
2
break.
balls down.
That's the break that phased Strickland a few months ago.
You notice he did not hit those as hard. And he came in a little bit more on the side of the 1.
That's the cut break. Using the old noddle in the jaws of defeat, but he's using the noddle.
Very similar shot to the one Chao just had on the 1. Problem is, you can see the 3 is tied up against the 8. He can make the 1 in here. His problem is the 3 and the 8. He will shoot at the 1. He'll try to get down here behind the 3 ball. If he can get behind the 3 ball, he can make it in the end or the side.
Now oversold by these 2 Barra boys who commentate as he's 9-6 down, but he has found his A game. But can he hold the A game together?
I don't know if it's his A game yet. He's getting the feel of it again, though. Missed that ball, did get behind the 3. It might work out good for him, and it has.
A game plus a bit of luck.
They're rolling Corey's way now. The 1's right in front of the pocket. Here comes the jump shot over the 8. Not easy because the bridging is difficult over the 9.
This is a bridge over troubled water. Here he goes then.
Tough jump shot here.
But it could actually stop the onslaught.
He could hit it.
Deuel.
He could hit it and not make it, Sid. It's that tough. Little shaky.
Wide jaws.
Little
Bubbles.
shaky there.
He might have fluked it across.
No. He looked a little shaky.
It bubbled across both the jaws. Look at that. then it nearly ran across the pitch.
Boy, what a beautiful setup for Corey Deuel. He can go anywhere he wants off this ball. I think he'll try to go to the same place, down to the end rail behind the 3 ball, because he can shoot the 3 in the end or the side.
In Leeds, we call this the World Traveller layout.
Right where his Q-tip is, right in there. If he can get in there, he's got a good shot at the 3.
Which would peg back to 9-7. If you can negotiate this lot. Right, Jay, put you on the spot. Was that a silly risk to go jumping shots at that point?
He had to shoot it. The 1 was laying right in front of the side. He's got the side pocket open here. Going to the end, going to the end. That's the biggest pocket.
Let it with top to get good on the orange.
This is the first tough shot Corey's had to shoot since he's gotten back into the match. If he's still tight, he could miss this ball. This is a tough cut shot. He's given it a lot of thought. He's not on his A game yet.
I reckon he's on C+.
Sid, if he makes this 4 ball, he'll come around for the 5. Wow.
And look at the confidence to use all the angles. He may not be an A game, but his mind's at A Street. He is battling. He wants to win this. The winner plays Ismael Paez of Mexico.
That was an A+ shot right there.
A different mood. Handling that. Like a Sir Walter Scott hero with a sword.
He's alive in this match.
Is he ever? He's buzzing like a bee in mid-August. Beautiful back and forth. The yank is rolling.
Deuel is back in action, trailing 9-7 and breaking. Here we go. Corey Deuel's breaking, trailing 9-7. Hadn't had much luck on his break. Trying that cut break again. Off the edge of the 1. That's it. That's it. A controlled break shot. Watch out, cue ball. He lost it.
Chao. Ball in hand.
Chao's got ball in hand.
Face does a lot. Scrunched up.
Chao knows he needs to put an end to this rush by Corey Deuel. If he can get to the hill at 10, he'll have a big edge. The problem here, Sid, is not so much the 1, it's where can he get to make the 2 ball.
Well, just come in, or you haven't seen us all week, or whatever you're doing, you've done the garden. This is American 9-ball pool. It's the fastest gambling cousin of the pool family. And they're not trying to knock balls into big holes. These guys are wizards of scientific white control. I'm saying it again, scientific control of the white. This is about position 2 and 3 balls ahead. Go on.
We move further along in the rack here. Chao has got a shot at the 4 ball here, hidden behind the 6. Play bad position. He's going to have to kick at this 4.
Kick meaning rail first.
Rail
and
first.
Always there's the problem of setting up the opponent. He's 9-7. He should be cruising to give Corey a bruising.
Wants to hit the top side of the 4 ball here. He did it.
That is a setup.
Corey's got a shot at the 4. Corey can make the 4 in the lower right corner. Come back 1 rail, right up near where the cue ball is. Go a little bit further than that and shoot the 5.
He's trying to drag back.
Wow. He missed that ball badly, Sid.
And he nearly fluked lucky, but I don't think he did. 9-7. It's a race to 11 to get in the final. 9-7. And in steps Chao with a chance on this pink.
I don't think he's got a full ball on the pink. He may be able to bank the 4 across side. 1 rail in the side pocket.
There was a rush by the American, but
Just
that
like this,
may have ceased.
and into there.
I think from the top angle you're seeing it to him, he's got a full ball contact possible on this double. I'm not sure he's lining it up to bank.
It's hard to tell if he's playing safe or not. He is playing safe. Put the 4 on the end rail. Nice job by Chao.
Helped by the flick on.
Bad spot for Deuel. Corey's got to go side rail. That's where he's looking. By the side pocket. This is a hard ball to hit here. He needs to hit the cue ball right into there. Make it bank right down there into the 4 ball.
And in escaping from this snooker, he could set up the pink.
Boy, he stopped that cue ball good. Wow, what a reply from Corey Deuel.
Is it ever?
See that cue ball take the brakes? In all likelihood, Sid, Chao will go 2 rails out of the corner and into the 4. You've got to know this angle. Not a hard ball to hit.
And look out from leaving the white where the pink is.
Corey's going to have a shot here. Not a great one. Corey conceivably could cut the 4 ball in the upper left corner, have the cue ball hit the 6 and stop there. Not sure if he'll shoot this in here, but the cue ball roll into the 6 and stop for the 5, if he can make it.
The rush was stopped about 7 minutes ago, but he's going to have to get cueing pretty perfect to take long shots like this. Bag of nails. Bag of nails.
He was playing safe. Didn't work. Chao has got the 4 ball that will go in the upper left corner. The 5 is tied up with the 7 down here on the end rail. But there may be a combination available, or he may be able to break. Look, he's looking at this as if he could shoot at the 5 this way.
Is there a line from the pot left on the pink to get to the left of the orange? Can he think about a combination shot involving the orange and brown, Jay?
Now he's looking at the combination. He's considering all possibilities. That's what a good pool player will do. They'll walk around the table if they're not sure. He's looking at the 5-7 combination. He's looking at stopping here, where he's laying his cue on the table. See, he may come down to shoot at the 5 and just stick the cue ball and play safe. Boy, it almost looks like he's trying to come down there and break him up. No, I think if he goes this way, he's shooting. He wants to shoot that combination. 5-7.
And if he brings off the next two shots involving the pink, the orange, and the brown, Deuel's in trouble.
He was trying to break those up, and he did.
Oh, what a tickle! Pagalayan, Wiseman, Corey's friends. Got to give it to these sort of people appreciating finesse by a maestro.
What a great touch he showed there. A good chance for Chao to get to the hill at 10. He needs 2 games to close out this match and grab a berth in the finals with Paez.
Ismael, the boy, Paez. The boy says he's 42. We think he maybe is erring.
We've heard numbers everywhere from 39 to 49 this trip. On his bio, he wrote 39.
And the winner of this will play Paez in the final.
His buddy Ernesto said he's 49. So who knows how old Mauro Paez is. It doesn't really matter now. What we do know is he's at least $30,000 richer.
Here we go then. This symbol, and he's got a natural angle to go around. Well, he drew that rather than use the bump to cushion way of getting there. Is he good?
He's okay. He dropped a little short. He would have rather been a little further down the table. But that ball's frozen, so it's easy to make. He can hit this ball with a little inside English and just have the cue ball. He wants the cue ball to come off there and just drift up this way for the 8.
So the pace is everything here.
Got to hit it a little soft. It's not really what he wanted to do. Alex can't look.
Pagalayan is Corey Deuel's running buddy, money playing mates.
Wow, this was a great shot there. He went down. This way he didn't have to hit it soft. He could go down to the end rail and come back.
Alex the Lion fears the worst.
Crocodile tears. Big money for these two this week. Alex picked up $3,500 himself.
Quite a bit of which he's put on Corey winning this game and maybe the final.
He wants to come off the 9 ball with the cue. Just like that. Well done.
Sensational shots. This for 10-7, 1 rack needed. Looks like all you people in Chinese Taipei, a lot could be going to the final.
And the rack. Fong-Pang Chao.
Chao will be breaking for the match. He had a golden break earlier. One more will do Corey in.
But he'd be quite happy to get a couple of other balls down.
Big break. Wow.
Slaughterous break.
Wow. His best break of the match right here.
Gave it the full chow mein with veg there.
He needs to make this 2 ball.
Should be game over.
There's some work to do this rack, beginning with this 2.
But from the angle.
Overcut it.
Right then. Pagalayan's eyes glisten with hope. So does Ron Wiseman.
His cat's got one more life. I think he's used up his first 8. The problem this rack, Sid, is not the 3, it's not the 4, it's that 6, which does not go by the 8. He's going to have to play that kind of position that Chao's been playing, underneath the 8 ball. Excuse me, underneath the 6 ball.
To pot the 8.
Yeah, to pot the 6.
Back and forth shot. Looks good for the long pink.
Not the angle he wanted. Boy, he's going to have to come with one of his big shots here.
And he's hoping there's no line to this pink. He hopes the 9 blocks it.
Pretty tight fit here. You see, he got the cue ball where he wanted.
His head's on the block now. One would say game over. Pink's a gimme.
See, he could have shot the 6 from there. That's what he wanted to do. He just missed the 4 ball. Not so easy for Chao either. Nice drawback.
Great shape to send the 6 long along the rail. He's not happy though. Why'd you?
Well, he'd like to have been a little closer to the rail. He's this ball away from winning the match. He will shoot the 6 down in the end, roll the cue ball across the table for the 7. Up in here for the 7. If he makes the 6, it's all over, Sid.
That's right, because anything within 15 inches of the far rail takes the brown.
He's asking referee Alan Chamberlain to clean the cue ball. Chamberlain sets down his marking device. I like that little thing. I want to get one of those. We haven't seen that in the States yet. I wish I'd have had one 20 years ago. Here we go for the match. The 6 in the end. If it goes, it's all over.
Because the rest are sitting like ducks in the gallery.
No, no, no! Corey's got another life.
Atrocious shots.
This cat's got 10 lives.
Took it into the knuckle. And for the first time, that bloke shows hot emotion. Fong-Pang Chao's been here all week. And his look made out of marble. He's human. Corey could get rolling now. Start the comeback from 10-7 down.
Corey's got to feel confident now. He was supposed to be out of this match.
He's had his 9 lives, but he's still tasting cream, maybe.
I'll tell you what, Sid. I never thought Corey could come in back in this match until right now.
They're happy. Perfect position on the 9 for 10-8.
That's
And
close.
He's quite capable of running 3 more. Is he ever?
10-8. Bulls within 2. This is the face of Fong-Pang Chao. If he made this 6 ball down the rail, it would have been all over.
He has the shot that could have set him up to go to the final. Made a right toss of it. Showed immense emotion for him. He's normally a white-faced marble-faced killer. Deuel has now got to run 3. Tall order. But he's got the talent. He's got the experience. Experienced money player, Jay. Here he goes. The next 15 minutes will be pure sensation.
These are the most important pool games of his life. And he knows it. It's the second semifinal of the World Pool Championship, the #1 contest in the game.
In the final waiting, the Mexican jumping bean, Paez. So will he play? One of these 2.
Good break. Good break. He's going to like it.
And he's got a shot on the 2. And it's a shot that gives relatively easy position for further progress.
Here's the situation, Sid. I'll paint it for you. If he can make this 2 ball and get back on the 3, he's got to get back here for the 3 ball. Because if he does, he may shoot the 4-9 combination next. This is the tough shot right here. Make a tough 2, get back on the 3. Boy, he hit this ball good. Boy, he hit this ball good.
Perfect position on the red. His mates, they were looking like blokes at a funeral earlier. 5 minutes ago, those guys looked as though they were looking at a box. That has not been raised in jubilation so far.
Here he comes. Here he comes. He wants the combo. This looks like the duel that beat Steve Davis last night.
Deuel a word. He's got the plant. Because I think the ping goes direct.
He's got the right angle for the combo.
Boom! Boom! Baba! Boom! The Yanks are rolling. Their fans are ecstatic.
It ain't over yet. Another great comeback in the offing.
Cold-faced killer, looking slightly wimpy. We're now at 10-9, because Chao hit that into the knuckle when he meant it to go in the pocket to the right. He's now showing emotion that has never been shown. Last year he didn't show any when he got to the last four. He looked final bound till this brilliant young Yankee got rolling.
20.
It's out of Chao's hands now. Corey leans over, takes a good look at that rack. If he breaks and runs out here, we'll have a hill match. We haven't had one on TV yet.
Here we go.
Is the 5 going? Nope.
$5 up.
Corey came up empty.
To the table, looking to go into the final. The one doesn't go direct, but I think that is a combination.
There's a billiard. He can cannon off the 1 into the 5. Problem being, even if he makes it, Sid, he may not have a shot at the 1 afterwards.
That's right. The incoming shot takes the yellow away from the pocket. But if he did get good or lucky, he's in the final.
You see, this is not good here for Chao.
It may not be good, but it's possible.
He knocks the cue chalk onto the rail. He doesn't like it.
Known as the cold-faced killer, looking to be in the final with Paez de Mexico.
Minutes ago, this looked like a runaway victory for Chao. Now things are very tense. Just like the first match, everything is swung. In just a few moments, he's going to try and shoot the 1 up in the end. Tough shot. Wow.
Cheated the pocket, and he's sweet as a nut. And Pagalayan, who's got a few quid, I reckon, on his mate Corey, clapping. Spirit of this tournament, par excellential.
If he wins this match by getting out this game, that will be the shot that did it.
Correct.
Because now he's out in the open with the 2-ball, everything's spread out. All he's got to do is negotiate these last 7 balls.
A symbol, an icon of the fantastic interest in this game on the Pacific Rim from Chinese Taipei.
Easier said than done with the pressure on this man.
Be very soon in the final.
Remember, he fell out in the semis last year. Badly wants to get into the final match.
Which will be nuclear fallout. It takes on the Mexican jumping bean.
This sport is a national mania in Chinese Taipei.
Rolling like controlled thunder.
A little too straight on the 4. Like to have an angle. Have it.
You mean you like to get close?
The hopes of his countrymen being on his shoulders. We suspect most people in Chinese Taipei are watching this match right now.
I bet even the Chinese over the water are watching this. It's the key bit. Position.
Nicely done. He's kept the cue ball off the rail.
Sweet angle on a green 6.
Chao really taking his time this rack.
There's a smarmy, charmy look on his face that I think is confidence. But smarm and charm don't get you to the final. You gotta work.
Tremendous pressure.
Right hand side. She did the pockets.
Not bad.
Pretty good angle to come out from the cushion after the brown.
Will he complete this hard-fought victory over Deuel? It's routine, but the pressure makes it very difficult.
Leads 10-9, just needs this rack. As an opponent could quite easily take this on the next one. Well, he didn't quite want it to go that far, but it doesn't matter.
He's so close, Sid,
Exactly.
that he can make it work. Very easy angle, 2 rails out of the corner.
The right hand side.
Cue ball go 2 rails, come around
Into
the
the
table.
rail.
This is the one he wants.
Bye-bye, Corey. Chao puts the full stop to the story.
We've got our finalists, Fong-Pang Chao.
Being congratulated by Earl of Pearl Strickland, who got so close. That's our final. Chinese Taipei against Mexico. Paez against Chao.
Welcome back to Cardiff International Arena and coverage of the 2000 World Pool Championships. And so to the final then, Paez against Chao for the title of World Pool Champion 2000. We join this match in the 15th rack.
Fong-Pang Chao is on the verge of his 2nd World Championship. That is the score, 13-1. He needs 4 games.
Rack 15, Fong-Pang Chao to break, leading by 13 racks.
Steve, we've had a great week here, especially for you.
Well, I've enjoyed myself, but I think the people of Cardiff that have come along to support 9-ball pool and get interested in this game have had a fantastic week as well. There's been some marvellous matches.
You know, you play twice a year. You play in the World Championship and so you play in the Moscone Cup. Will you be playing any more 9-ball in the future, Steve?
Yes, I have. Well, I think I play 5 tournaments a year. We have some other tournaments. And actually, I did win a tournament up in Scotland, the St Andrews Cup champion. Unfortunately, there wasn't many great players. I played the Polish guy in the final.
Beat you?
No, the other gentleman. But it wasn't a very strong field. A few snooker players in that, but good fun.
Paez attempts a safety, but he leaves an open shot at the 1. Chao has a choice here of playing a safety right back or trying to cut the 1 in the upper left corner.
I think if I was Fong-Pang Chao now, I wouldn't take too many risks. It looks like Ismael Paez is deciding to take most great shot there from Chao. Going to be a little bit unfortunate. And that was a risk with that shot. No guarantee to get on that 2. I say the risks, I think, are being taken by Paez, and I think it would be very easy now for Fong-Pang Chao just to let Paez hang himself.
It's going to be real tough for him to hit this ball. I think he's got to go to the side rail and use some reverse English. Like, go this way, but hold the cue ball so it comes back that way. He'd be real lucky to make this ball. He'd be doing well to hit it. Boy, he made a good hit.
Paez has a slight angle here to be able to pot the blue 2 off the rail at the bottom there, and he's playing a bit backspin though. Needing to get away from the cushion was the reason why he played that with backspin and not running side top. And now playing the 3-ball out into the middle of the table.
You get the feeling right now he's liable to miss anything. Not much bounce in his step anymore. Perhaps if he could run 3 or 4 racks, he might wake up. Sits up on the table. Steve, regardless how this final match comes out, overall, I would say this is the best pool ever on TV this week. Great matches we've had here.
Well, I'm sure over the years there's been some great pool matches, but this is the biggest tournament that's ever been in 9-ball pool. And I think the players have risen to the challenge to produce the best.
Steve, if this was a snooker match and you were going to 17 and you were ahead 13-2, is there any possibility anybody could come back from that kind of deficit?
No, not between 2 players that have reached the final that should be playing on an equal footing. Different at 9-ball pool though, and even though 11 racks, giving a player of Fong-Pang Chao's ability and tactical knowledge, 11 racks start is a very, very unlikely scenario. Because of the break-off and the fact you can run a lot of breaks. As we know, Earl Strickland ran 10 racks and won $1 million. Because of the break-off, you can possibly win that many frames. But unfortunately, the break-off's got to be a good one. You must not, at any cost, lose the white ball.
He really tried to hit him hard there. And he actually made a good break, except he lost the cue ball. Chao has ball in hand.
Such a cruel game. If you make a foul stroke at snooker, you get 4 points given to your opponent's score with no necessary chance for your opponent to clear the table. You make a foul stroke at 9-ball pool, you sacrifice the frame.
The position on the 2 may have been the toughest shot in this rack for Chao. These balls are all sitting up pretty good. He'll shoot the 3 in the corner, probably roll down off the end rail. No, he likes to draw the ball. He's got a great draw stroke. Draw off the side rail, back out to the middle of the table.
Another draw stroke coming up now to try and get just in the top half of the table, but in the center of the table as well. Probably level with the brown 7.
Anywhere down in here is good.
May go twice across, but risks cannoning into the 9 then.
There it is. Almost the middle of that X. Shoot the 6 in the corner. Just let the cue ball drift slowly up the table. Maybe a foot, foot and a half. That's it.
Left himself a bit straight on that, and he didn't want to be straight. A little shake of the head there, tap of the chalk on the table. So now he's given himself a problem of getting to the 8 in such a way to make the 9 ball very easy for positional play.
He's got a nice angle here. He has to bring this ball off the side rail all the way back near the corner pocket where he's lined up from. Nicely done. It's going to get there. Little bit short, but he's close enough that he should have no trouble with this 9. Chao converts the 9-ball. 14-2 lead. 3 racks away from the Victor Chandler World Championship. We started out with 96 of the greatest players in the world from 29 countries. There'll be one left after this match.
Number of players still around the room, still staying on to watch. We've seen Ralph Souquet there, watching every shot. Many of the players still around, enjoying the atmosphere, fascinated by this tournament.
Ralph Souquet, in the middle up there.
Fabio.
Fabio Pedroni up there.
All of them, I'm sure, wondering that they could have probably done a better job in the final than Paez is.
Probably push out over in here somewhere. Now he's going down this way. Kind of split the difference.
Leaving some awkward bridging for Paez.
Chao is in fine form. He's not giving anything away now.
3-ball is in quite a difficult position. And of course the 3-ball and the 9-ball close together. Possibilities for some action there with a 9-ball. But this safety exchange has got to be resolved between Fong-Pang, Chao, Paez. Chance
Well,
for
he's banking at the 6.
Wow.
He made it.
I think he's on the 4. He's past the 4 for the 2. Now, he's just lined up to see whether he can disturb the 3 and 9 from the 2. Coming over to here to see if he can play the 3 onto the 5, which looks doubtful.
There's a potential billiard from the 3 to the 5 as well. I think he'd like to use a lot of inside English, low inside English, come off the 2 and go down and break those balls up. Run into the 3-ball. He's playing. No, he's playing a combination.
He wasn't happy with that. I think he needed to be further down the table towards...
Our official, Mikel Atab, needs to take a good look at this. Very uncertain whether he can hit the 3 first here.
He doesn't actually have to hit the 3 first. If he gets a simultaneous strike on these 2 balls, that is considered to be okay. But of course, he's not even playing that, is he?
Playing the billiard off the edge of the 3 into the 5.
Maybe able to line up the 3 and 9 as well.
Nicely done. Barry Hearn, our promoter, the head of Matchroom Sport.
A very interested viewer, and has done as much for anybody in this country to bring 9-ball to these shores. Perhaps saw the potential of the game from a worldwide aspect sooner than others, and for the last 4 or 5 years has been instrumental in putting on the Moscone Cup along with Sky, and what a great, exciting tournament that has turned out to be.
Already 2 of the most important events in pool attributed to this gentleman, our World Championship and the Moscone Cup. He's in a bad spot here on this 4-ball.
Playing
like
a safety behind the
yes,
9.
Wants to put the cue ball behind the 9 here. Send the 4 to the end rail. Not a perfect cue ball, but as you can see, a lot of distance and no open pocket.
I think Paez will just get straight down and play a double.
Try to bank the 4-ball in the lower right corner here. Might go. Did go. A shell-shocked Ismael Paez trying to salvage whatever he can.
Not ideal position either. He's going to have to run through a little bit with this 8, but he should be able to keep on the 9. Oh, that's okay. Hanging on by his fingertips. Paez needs to get his break off, get going on the break off.
Quite a display in this final match by Fong-Pang Chao. He has shown why he is deserving of being called the world champion 2000.
He's shown he's a class horse. He had a very, very tough battle against Deuel, 11-9.
Corey tried to come back in that match.
Chao had a marvellous battle against Oliver Altman, 11-9 as well.
20, Fong-Pang Chao
And he only just got past the line against Radislav Babika from Poland, 9-7 in the last 64 stage. So it's not all been plain sailing for Fong-Pang Chao, but in general, he stuck to his job. And when he's mattered, he's produced the goods. So, Paez, will he go safe? I don't think so. I think he might as well cut this in. No, he's playing the safety shot. Be a strange time to play safe now.
He's still trying. He wanted to get behind the 7 ball. Failed to accomplish that. Seems like about the 15th time this match where he tried to play safe and didn't hide the cue ball. Now Chao can play safe right back, come off the edge of the 1, and bring the cue ball down the table and hide it down here by the corner pocket. He's been much more successful at these shots. Paez once again will try to hide the cue ball behind the 4. A little better this time. It feels like just a matter of time now, though. Paez would have to win 14 racks in a row.
Fong-Pang Chao with his jump cue, a cue that must be at least 40 inches long to qualify as a legal implement. And with these little jump cues, it's amazing. They're pretty light in weight. You can jump the ball, but you don't get too much power with the shot at the same time. Keep the white ball on the table by the time it hits the 1.
Off the table. He made the 1, lost the cue ball. Paez will have ball in hand and a chance to grab his 4th victory.
He potted the 1 though. Look at it, he potted the 1. How accurate is that?
It sounded like a bomb going off when it hit the floor. Well, a bomb's gone off in front of Mauro Paez.
Problem for Paez is he knows he's going to end up losing, so this is prolonging the agony, strangely enough. But of course, he's got to be professional and knock these balls in. But part of him probably thinks, well, if I just missed one, perhaps I could get my hands on the check quicker.
He's a pro. He's going to keep trying.
Stranger things have happened, of course.
Well, stranger things than this have not happened in pool. There's never been a comeback from a spot like this. And I don't think there's going to be one today either.
He has his chalk in his hand as he's walking around the table there. Had his chalk in his bridge. Let's put it on the table now. 16-4. What would be respectable? 16-8?
16-8. That would be respectable. The crowd still supporting Paez. They like this guy. He's a real likable fella. Very personable. Talks to people, visits with them, helps them with shots in the pool festival going on in this arena.
been showing the crowd some of amazing trick shots out on the practice tables, and apparently some of those shots defied belief. He's going to need a few now. Let's see if he can do a decent break now, string a couple of racks together,
21,
get a bit of pride back in his game, and show this crowd what he can do.
This is the same break that's been unsuccessful. He hit a little bit lower on the 1 ball there to make sure he didn't scratch. Unfortunately, he's hidden by the 4 ball. He does not have an open shot at the 1.
And a tricky shot to jump as well. There's too much distance between the white and the 4. He's going to have to swerve this, I would imagine. A swerve shot that is more or less destined to go wrong, because even if he got the swerve perfectly, the white ball would then follow through, and with the side spin that would be on the white ball, would then follow through into the pocket. So you may even see a push out here, possibly down into the opposite side pocket, down by where he's just put his finger there.
Right in here is where Steve Davis says he may push out.
Thanks, Jay, just in case he gets it wrong, and it's me that's made the decision. How close am I going to be to that cross? Absolutely no.
You're touching the cross. So if you want to be a pool player, you need a good coach. Call Steve Davis.
Available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, and general court appearances. Have you had an accident in the last 24 hours? Then contact me.
Not sure if he can bank. This is a tough ball to bank when it's frozen. Better off playing safe here, just like that. He'd like to get past the 2. He didn't want to hit the 2 ball. Paez has a severe cut shot across the top rail on the 1 ball.
Straight up and down the table, no problem for the 2.
He made it.
A bit short of pace though on the 1. He didn't really strike that firmly enough, and so now he's left slightly more difficult 2 than would normally be.
Up the end with the 2 ball. Not badly done.
Now he strikes the ball well. That was the best strike of the match for him.
I'm surprised he can even take his arm back right now. Now he's in good shape to complete this rack and bring himself 11 in arrears. He'll get these, Steve.
I think perhaps the best shape he's going to be in is at the duty-free at the airport. A few presents for the family back home.
Paez takes rack number 21 and trails 5-16. A very comfortable Fong-Pang Chao needs 1 game to be the world pool champion.
The cold face. What was his name? What was his nickname? The cold face.
The
Killer.
cold face killer. Sid came up with that one.
Been a few other names through the week. Oliver Altman had a few for him earlier in the week.
The machine.
No, it wasn't exactly that. But
Rack 22, Ismael Paez to break.
yeah, all of a sudden there's a bit of action there. Paez, he needs to get going.
Nice break there. His best break of the match. Beautiful break. I'll tell you what, if he broke like this every game, he'd have a chance.
Doesn't want the 2 to go in. That's why he's played it very slowly. Bit of excitement now for the crowd. They haven't had much to cheer about. They'd love Paez to get back into this. It's unthinkable in many ways that he will do. All of a sudden he's just eased up, relaxed, started to play the pool that we know he can play.
No pressure now. He's been blown out. Oh, missed that ball.
Our survey said, and here we have the chance for Fong-Pang Chao to play a deep screw back with left-hand side. He's mentally preparing himself for that. Deep screw, drawing the ball back with left-hand spin, up the table for the 6.
All the way back here for the 6th ball.
It looks a genuine chance for the World Championship victory. Ooh.
Doesn't mean much yet, but boy, that could come back to haunt him sometime later. A golden opportunity passed on. We've seen amazing comebacks in this tournament, but none so great as this one would be. This is good. Should have been over. This crowd is going crazy. They're hoping for a miracle. I wouldn't even contemplate this one, Steve, unless Paez got to 10.
Well, he scratched there. He couldn't draw the ball back past the 8. He had to go across the table. Perhaps caught the ball too well. Instead of hitting just before the pocket, it went in off.
I believe the right shot there was to go forward 3 rails.
Paez to break.
It would have been easier. One ball down. He's got to look at the 1. The 2 is down here next to the 9. Not an easy setup here. Even if he makes the 1, he's got a very long, difficult 2 ball. And the 3 is not in good position either. Bridging out of the mouth of the pocket.
Sneaks in there. 2 up the table, off the top cushion and back towards the 3.
Look out, he may go behind the 4 ball. This has been his problem all through the match, lack of cue ball control. And this might be the one that beats him right here.
Foul.
Six balls away from victory. Fong-Pang Chao is filing his tip a little bit, roughing it up so it'll take the chalk. He does not want to miss cue now. These 6 balls are all that stands between Fong-Pang Chao and victory and the World Championship. 3 to 4 is easy. 4 to 5, a little bit tougher. Probably the toughest shot in the whole rack is going to be getting from the 8 back to the 9, but that's routine. This is actually a much easier setup than he had last rack, Steve.
Yes, and I doubt very much if Fong-Pang Chao will make another mistake. The trophy in the background there, the Victor Chandler 2000 trophy. Looks very much like Fong-Pang Chao is going to get his hands on that. $500 or $600 to fill that lot up? What do you reckon? What is the local drink in Chinese Taipei?
They'll be dancing on the street in Taipei. Little bit short on position on the 4. That's why you see him slump a little bit and walk slowly around the table. Would like to have been a little closer to that 5 ball. Wobbles it in. I think he's going to get it, Steve.
He's struggling a bit out there. I'm not absolutely sure why he should be. I suppose so far ahead he's lost a bit of direction in his own game, but he's been a great champion, I think, this week.
Have you found it difficult to finish your last game in big championships?
It's sometimes difficult to get over the winning line, but he's given himself so much breathing space. I don't think he's going to have too much of a problem. Twice across the table now, coming back to roughly where that chalk is on the top cushion.
This is the shot that could win the championship for Fong-Pang Chao. Looks good. It's right there. He's done it. Our world champion 2000, Fong-Pang Chao. The crowd acknowledges our champion. He's had a great tournament, undefeated in the round of 64, the final man standing.
So it's congratulations to Fong-Pang Chao. I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations in Chinese Taipei. And we hope that you've enjoyed this year's championships as much as we all have here in Cardiff. From all of us for now, it's goodbye.